Have you ever bought something you didn't plan to buy? Not because you needed it, but because it just felt right. Or agreed to something even though a small voice in your head said, "Wait, why am I saying yes?" That's not weakness, that's persuasion. Every single day, you're being persuaded by ads, friends, influencers, leaders, strangers. And most of the time, you don't even notice it happening because real persuasion doesn't feel like pressure. It feels like your own idea. Today, we're breaking down the psychology of persuasion, how it works, why it works, and how your brain gets nudged without your permission. Once you see these patterns, you'll never look at decisions the same way again. Most people think persuasion is about convincing someone. It's not. Persuasion is about shaping perception. Your brain doesn't choose what's best. It chooses what feels safest, familiar, and emotionally rewarding. Facts matter less than feelings. Logic matters less than timing. That's why someone can lose an argument and still win you over. Persuasion works by speaking the brain's language, emotion, shortcuts, patterns, and bias. And the brain loves shortcuts. Let's start with one of the strongest forces in human psychology, reciprocity. When someone gives you something, a favor, a compliment, free value, your brain feels an invisible debt, even if you didn't ask for it, even if you didn't want it. That's why free samples work. That's why let me help you first works. That's why content creators give value before selling. Your brain whispers, they did something for me. I should do something back. Persuasion doesn't start with asking. It starts with giving. Here's a strange truth. The less available something is, the more valuable your brain assumes it must be. This is scarcity bias. Only 3 spots left. Limited time offer. Last chance. Your brain doesn't hear information. It hears threat. Threat of missing out. Threat of regret. Threat of being left behind. Scarcity activates fear, and fear speeds up decisions. That's why people buy faster under pressure and think slower when time feels limited. Humans are social creatures. When you're unsure, your brain looks around and asks, what are others doing? That's social proof. Reviews, testimonials, follower counts, crowded restaurants. Your brain assumes, if many people chose this, it must be safe, even if those people are strangers, even if they're wrong. Social proof reduces risk, and persuasion thrives when risk feels low. Here's something uncomfortable. People don't obey intelligence. They obey authority, uniforms, titles, confidence, expert language. Your brain shortcuts trust when someone looks like they know what they're doing. That's why a confident lie often beats a hesitant truth. Authority doesn't need proof, it needs presence. And once authority is established, persuasion becomes effortless. You're more likely to agree with people you like. Not people who are right, people who feel familiar. We like people who are similar to us, compliment us, make us feel understood. That's why persuasion often starts with connection, not logic. Your brain opens doors for people who feel safe, and closes them for people who don't. Once you say yes to something small, your brain wants to stay consistent. This is commitment bias. Small agreement gives bigger agreement. Tiny action gives identity shift. I'm just signing up. I'm just trying it once. I'll think about it. Your brain hates contradiction. So, it adjusts beliefs to match behavior. Persuasion often begins with a harmless yes. Here's the biggest truth of persuasion. People don't decide with logic. They justify with logic after deciding emotionally. Fear, hope, belonging, status, security. Emotion pulls the trigger. Logic cleans up the mess. That's why powerful persuasion doesn't argue, it evokes. Once you understand persuasion, you gain something powerful, awareness. Pause before quick decisions. Question urgency. Notice emotional triggers. Ask yourself, is this my choice or a reaction? Awareness doesn't make persuasion disappear, but it gives you control. Persuasion isn't evil. It's human. It's how ideas spread. How movements grow. How influence works. The danger isn't persuasion. The danger is being persuaded without knowing it. Once you see the psychology, you don't just think better, you choose better. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.